life, we've got to teach you. We've got to train you. We've got to show you how. Because together is what achieving's all about. So if you're not having success, you don't understand why, guess what? There's a whole team of people to train you to be successful, whether it's even this or whether it's something else. So if you're struggling, guess what? The answer is here. The people from Legacy to train you. They get a bonus besides trading. They also give you a little income, okay, that can help offset any expenses in life. There is a bonus with them. They're not just want to train you, they're going to pay you while you're training, okay? But they weren't bringing you there for the income. Legacy was never truly about the income. That was just a bonus. Guess what? I have a lot of friends in Fund My Cause and many other businesses that are struggling. Okay? This is not a pitch on behalf of me to tell you to go join Legacy. I'm not going to give you the link. I'm not telling you to go over there to Legacy. I'm just offering if you need help and you're struggling, because I see it in our own chat rooms that people are talking about. They need help. They're not getting nowhere. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to do things. The Legacy team has a lot of different people. Actually, and let me tell you, a lot of our friends, mutual friends from $25 Legacy are also part of Fund My Cause. We've come together. We finally announced our team name, and I found our mission. And my mission is plain and simple. We're engaging people, and we're impacting lives. And when I realized it, when I thought about it, I was thinking about what Legacy was doing. They were engaging people and trying to impact lives. Wow, the two come together for a reason. Like I said, I'm not trying to bring you over there to do anything. If you need help, guess what? I know a lot of people in there that are very helpful, that are just trying to help you. So together, we can achieve more. We got the system. The system is just absolutely mind-boggling. You can be set for life with the only system in the world that's designed for it, because a lot of stuff out there, people, there's a lot of crap. There's a different part of Legacy that I think I'd really like to see someday teach it, is examining comp plans, what can be achieved and what can't be achieved, but I'm not here to do that. I've been involved with them. I see them do wonderful things, and it's just about teaching you. And like I said, I've never seen somebody sit on the phones for hours. They have live training. So if you're struggling, guess what? There's another way to learn, okay? And what are we learning for? This. Most of the people that are involved with $25 Legacy don't even realize what just took place. Legacy was training them to decide whatever business they wanted to build and build it, okay? Guess what they were doing? They were preparing you for the day Fund My Cause came along with the system designed for success. So with all that training, how to use social posters, how to build blogs, how to use hashtags, the list is just mindless on what they can train you. They were training their people for the day we decided to show them Fund My Cause. Came along, somebody designed a plan that was made to take you to the top if you follow this few simple success. Success never comes from doing nothing. It's not a spectator sport. Too many people treat multi-level and online business like a spectator sport. They think out of the sky it's just going to fall down and they're just going to miraculously make money. They're going to do nothing. Success never came from doing nothing. So there's a training platform here. There's a very successful platform to be able to build that income and be able to earn bitcoins and secure your family once and for all. It doesn't happen even with the best system in the world. It doesn't happen from inactivity. Most people want to put it on somebody else and depend on them to build their incomes. It's not going to happen. Income gets built from you taking action. The difference with Legacy is they're going to show you how to take action. So the combination is really beautiful. And like I said, this is not a pitch to join Legacy. There's a lot of people over there that will teach you. If you need help and training, I couldn't put you in better hands because I really believe in them. And I don't believe just in the company. I believe in some of the people that are connected with it because they care. And I don't really hook up with a lot of things unless I see some caring people, some people that want to impact people. We have members on our team right here that have been with Legacy for a while. We go over there and we train, and actually sometimes I'm probably the biggest hypocrite with a mouth. I say you need training. Some days I need training, and I'm not on that training because I have an excuse why. I think I know too much. You're never going to know too much. Fund My Cause is a system unlike anything in the world, and I see people making the same mistake time and time again with them. They quickly run over here and they're throwing 90 million pieces of crap out of you. You know, you got to stay focused. Focus on a few things. Focus on the training. Because if you don't know how to do it, there's people to teach you. You know, these teams are already merged because part of our team, the main part of the team, is now the Impact team. The 30K team is part of the Impact team. That just brands them within the team. We've got a lot of things going on, and the one thing is learning some skills. Without skills, you're never going to make it. Education has always been the key to success. Knowledge. Without learning, without training, I don't care. We got the best system and the easiest system in the world, but you can't build it without some training and some learning. I don't have time in my life to train people in a lot of different categories. Okay? But there's people on here that are training you. There's people in each of these groups trying to give you capture pages, trying to give you quotes, trying to give that and all. So I've seen something that really works in different ways, even if it works and yes, it's here now. How do you build it if you don't have the skills? This is all about the skills because it's your family and your future. This is a life-changing event that I've never seen before. You miss this. You can't build what we have here and share the income from this. You might as well stick away from anything you do with online. You can't build this. You can't build brick and mortar. Okay? There's wonderful people all over the place. Look what's real. Study what's real. But help. Help comes in many forms. Okay? And the biggest thing is you got to help yourself first. To have success, you have to invest in yourself first. Not invest in somebody's dream, not invest in any part of the world. Invest in yourself, and that's with a little education. Because what you do, you sent your kids to school, high school, go over there, learn math, learn how to read, learn science, learn this. Guess what? The kids are doing good. No, they're not going to make it in this world. You sent them to college. You send them to college so they can even learn more. So you've been doing it, but you haven't practiced it. You know that you got to put your children in school. You know you got to get your children in education. So if you want to succeed in an online market, invest in yourself first, and then you can conquer the world. I'm going to turn this back over to Sam. Thanks for being on.
Unmuted.
There's a reason we brought this up. You can learn. If you need help, they're there. Together, we're going to do wonderful because there's a lot of people clicking on all stride. All these people that you get on calls, both in all the teams, I can't do this. I don't know what to do. No, you haven't invested in yourself and you're lazy. Get off your lazy butts and do something and be successful and support the family that you wanted to support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, I can pack up and go ahead and take it to the house because, I mean, I don't know what more I can really say in between all that because he pretty much nailed it on the head. He told it like a T.I. is. Like it is. If you guys from the South, you know what I'm talking about. But that's what I love about being around Tom and being and his I always say I look at him as a friend and a co-worker, but I look at him as a mentor as well because I learn so much from Tom. I plug in with Tom every day, daily. I call Tom every day. Every day, me and Tom have a conversation. I've learned in this business the people that you want to be like or want to work with and form partnerships and relationships, you need to contact them every day. You need to have some type of correspondence with them. If you're in this and you don't have team members or people that when you see something of value that you can go to them and say, hey, I like this, I like what I see, I want, let's work it together. And you don't have to explain a lot of stuff to them, don't have to twist their arm or blackmail them into it. If you can't go to different opportunities with at least five people to start with you, then you need to assess your online business. You can't make it in a program because the first thing the program says is you need 2, you need 3, you need 4, you need 5. Just imagine if you have at least 10, then you really win. If you got 10 people that you can go to at any time and pretty much show them anything, and because of the relationship that you built with them, the rapport and all that, then guess what? You will win in most programs. And then having the knowledge and having the skills, like Tom said, to be able to analyze the program and really get in there and work it effectively. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit. I'm going to jump around this morning because nothing I do is scripted. Nothing I do is written down. It's just straight from the heart and from inspiration. This morning we were talking in the chat, and I just want to give you guys a little chat etiquette. I never believed in the chat. I always thought it was a waste of time. I always thought it was just a distraction, which it is. But does it have value? Yes, it does. You can find a positive in every negative, and that's my goal, is never to dispel everything, but try to look somewhere in all that there's a positive. Well, there is a positive. Communication. Shoot, move, and communicate. My drill sergeant used to tell me, we were taught in the Army. You got to communicate with your troops, and you got to use the system that will deliver it as effective as you can. So this chat has value, but what you do with the chat is what determines the value. The chat is a place where if you don't have an understanding of something, you can ask questions, you can connect to the team immediately, you can uplift, you can do all kinds of things. But if it becomes a place where you're just having general conversation, then you should always take that general conversation off of the chat and inbox that person personally. The chat should never, ever, ever, ever be a place of any negativity, whether wrong or right. Who cares if you're right? You're still wrong. Who cares if you're wrong? You're still wrong. You don't do it in the chat. You always uplift. You always speak highly of your teammates, no matter what. Any negative, keep to yourself. You know your mother told you that. Anything bad, you need to keep to yourself. Or personally inbox that person. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism, because if I'm misspelling words and I'm doing things, then you need, as a brother and sister, as a team member, you need to bring it to me, and don't have me looking all kinds of crazy out here posting stuff everywhere with misspelled words, because I represent you. We all represent each other. So that's the etiquette of the chat. If you are selling your books, if you're selling your mind, get focused, whatever website, that's not the place for that. Not in our group, not in our chat. Not for you to tell people to get in contact with you, not for you to solicit people in our group. It's about training our troops and helping them facilitate and get the right equipment that they need to move on. So, that being said, I gave you the itinerary of that group. And hopefully, if you want to start just a energy group, keeping in contact with each other and all that good stuff. Good morning. Your hair looks good. Man, I like them shoes. I like that picture you posted up on Facebook. Your kids are really growing and getting big. If you need a chat like that, we will make you a chat. But that is not what our chat is for. It's straight to the point and a directive. Another thing, do not add anybody to the chat or the group that has not been purchased, whatever startup in Fund My Cause. not someone who's on the fence, not someone who's interested, not someone who's about to, whatever. If they have not upgraded to the first level of Fund My Cause, they do not belong in the chat and they do not belong in our group. Because if they are and I contact them, I'm not going to ask them. I'm going to ask them who put them in, how'd you get here? And if they're there, guess what? I'm going to close them for somebody else. And you say, saying that's me. It is me. Because you disrespected our group, I'm going to disrespect your prospect and give them to someone else. Because they shouldn't be in there. They're causing confusion to the team, asking questions, and they haven't been vetted and they haven't been given the proper information. So with that I'm not going to bust y'all's chops. I'm going to give you something to smooth it over a little bit. To get those bruises, I'm going to give you some sugar. Here it goes. When you get into Fund My Cause, the first mission is to have your person go over the website. Go over the website with them, walk them through the website. Make sure you hit everything on this website. Don't just send them a website to join and leave them on the lurch, as Miss Pat would say. Go through how it works. This right here, you don't have to ask nobody. You don't have to have me and Tom. It tells you directly on the site. Everything is at your fingertips. How it works. 2 phenomenal videos. It just doesn't get any better than that unless they're talking to me. Then they might get better than what this video is giving. But in the meantime, in the interim, since you don't have me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you have this. You go up here and copy the link and give it directly to them. All you have to do, if you're a next level entrepreneur, go get your URL, mask that, and say win with Ray, or whatever you want to say. And whenever they say, hey, I need more information, lead with that. Yes, we have other stuff, but this is the best thing for you for field expedience. Simplify. Get the job done at the best way possible. And that's here. You don't have to go nowhere looking for it. Okay? Facts. Who on here has read the facts? Nobody. Okay. Make sure you're reading this stuff. The terms. Make sure you're reading this stuff. Support. Go straight to the Facebook group if you need support. Back office. All right. So that's enough of that. Now, once you log in, let me go back. I'm moving too fast. You see this says you're contributing to Sam Warren's heart transplant. A lot of people like to give to a cause. A lot of people don't like to give to a name. If I put you are contributing to Sam Warren, they already know I got a lot of money and they don't want to give. Okay? But if you're giving to Sam Warren's heart transplant, more likely, but that's just me. You don't have to do that, and I'm going to show you how to edit that in a minute. All right? You go ahead and you log in. This is not company mandated. This is something that a lot of my teammates are doing. If you are on this team and you've been in more than a week or two, make sure you put your picture there. We are professionals. We are next level entrepreneurs. We teach and train so you can have the skills to pay the bills. Nobody wants to join a fictitious person, somebody or whatever. You haven't went the extra mile. I don't want to join that person. I want to join the people that are professionals in what they're doing. I have this here. It's a little gift that I found. It says Donate Life. It's an organ donor tissue thing that's related to my cause. Everything. You can put your picture there, whatever you want, but put something there. Don't keep it. And all these blank people, I can show you just blank people, blank people, blank people. Come on now. Develop yourself. So, let me get off that rant too. So, now I want to show you guys how to get that name up there. I told you the transplant. Well, you go here, edit your files. And if you were inside and you was exploring and you, like you do in every opportunity you go to, you would already know this. But since you don't do this stuff and you're going to start from now on out, this is what you're going to discover. Once you get in the back office, you can go in here and edit this stuff. You can't edit your username, but you can edit all this other stuff. If you have a Skype ID, make sure you put it there. If you don't have Skype and you are on this call, make sure you sign up for Skype. You cannot be an online professional. You guys know who Eric Worre is, right? Go Pro. You cannot be an online professional with people respecting you and being able to communicate with your troops that are international unless you have the proper equipment. The man with the tools rule. So, this is a free tool that you can access and put in your toolbox that every online marketer of caliber has is a Skype ID. Yes, you want to be like that because that is what grows your bank account, being a seasoned entrepreneur. So, with that being said, you're going to get your Skype number and you're going to save it right there. Okay? But saying, how do I change the name up there? Glad you asked. You go down here and you edit where your name is. Okay? It's going to be your first name and your last name. But you're going to put in, say, cancer as your first name. You're going to put as your last name, research. And you're going to put in your secret word that you develop or code or whatever the question it was. And you're going to hit save. So now you say, well, what if I just want to put cancer research all there and don't put nothing in that box? I don't know what's going to happen. Try it out. But that's not the way I did it. So I'm teaching you how I do it. So you hit save and boom, voila. You will have Sam Warren's heart transplant on the opening of the thing when you come into your, or when you give out your link to your people. You're contributing to San Juan's heart transplant. Just that easy. All right. So we got that out of the way. Now, upgrades, hashtags, ID. There is an issue. Everybody, they're having problems. They need to call me. We have 200 people in the group, and I have to do the same thing with everybody. No, that's not conducive to growth. And you guys, if my demeanor and tone sounds like it's kind of heavy, it's because this is the way I teach and my understanding. There's a bunch of people that get you online and give you some sugar and some fluff, and you've been getting it for 97% of the time that you've been doing this. And that's the reason why you have the outcome that you've been getting. With me and Tom, you don't get that every day. I am sorry and I apologize in advance. But it's because I want to help you succeed. And sometimes being in, like I said, in that military and being a military brat, my dad was in the Air Force, some of that good old-fashioned tough stuff gets straight to the point. And that's what I want to do. I want to get straight to the point. So, I want to show you how to find your hashtag ID, how to upgrade your account, and how to pay your admin fee. I'm going to do that real quick right now while I have you guys on this morning. I'm going to be moving kind of fast because I only have a short period of time to keep you here, and your attention span is only so long. So here we go. We're going to start out with upgrading in Coinbase. All right. So when you get into your back office, it's going to ask you to pay an admin fee. And when you pay that admin fee, it goes like this. I'm just pushing this button so you'll see what it looks like. Just imagine this is the admin fee. All right, you have your link that you're paying to the admin. It never changes, but still, we want you to do this process to make sure you're getting the right link and you're copying it 100%, because this is something that is a must. If you miss a letter or if you miss a number, it will not transact, and then it causes a problem. And when it causes a problem, that's when the serious issue happens, because then we have to figure a way out how to help you fix it. In this thing called Bitcoin, if it goes out in limbo, it has a high probability that it won't come back. So we want to make sure we're doing everything meticulously and straight in detail. Like my drill sergeant used to say, pay attention to detail. As you guys can see, I adopted a lot of stuff from the military. I don't know why, but it just instilled in me that stuff. That's the reason why we have the caliber of military that we have. Pay attention to detail. Well, how do you do that? Set yourself for success. Make sure you're using what's at your fingertips. Click this button to copy. Yes, you can go up here and do that, but don't do that. That forms bad habits. Do what they tell you to do. Click this. Then you go back to your platform, which is Coinbase. You click send. You put it there in the email location or address, okay? Why does it say email? If you are Coinbase to Coinbase, all you need is that other person's email, and you can send them whatever you want to send them. You don't have to have their address. All you need is their email. That's the reason why it says email or address. All right, moving right along. Go back to Fund My Cause. You always want to have your wallet and Fund My Cause open at the same time so you can toggle back and forth. Now, the next step is to send only the exact amount, and this is what it is. Instead of me copying it there, I will use the proper way. Click here. It copies. Now I go back to Coinbase and I place it there in the amount. Make sure it says BTC because you can change it to USD, but we're not sending that. We're sending BTC. What amount is that? If you don't know, let me help you with that. Here you go. You can find a Bitcoin calculator. And how I find that, I go to BTC equals USD. USD means dollars. I know you guys know what that means because you about them dollars. Bitcoin has went up. Nice little graph telling me it's moving. But I want to know what that amount is. I paste it there and it tells me it's roughly $1.80. So anywhere between $1.80 to $2 is what they're getting for admin fees. That's not a lot of money. Trust me, in my system, admin, you do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. A lot of stuff to maintain these sites and make sure everybody is getting what they need. Support, customer service, all that good stuff. Nobody is paying you for that, okay? But you go back to Fund My Cause, or no, you go back to Coinbase and you put in the notes. This should be on every transaction. Your note. Too much detail? No such thing. The more detail you make your note, the better it is for research and for us to find it or for anybody to find it. Who you send it to, the time you send it, all that good stuff. But it's on the receipt. Yeah, it is. But you know what? You got to sift through a lot of stuff to find this stuff. If you put it there, their name, their phone number, the amount, all those good things. There's no such thing as too much information on the note. So you'll make sure you put send for admin fee upgrade level 1, whatever level. Just as an example, whatever you're doing, make sure you do that. You hit send. It'll say confirm. It'll ask you to read everything again. Then you confirm. You send it out. Then now you have a transaction. It shows pending. You said I'm going to wait until it completes and it turns green. No, you don't have to. Because you're on this team and we've been rocking with some advanced thinkers, they showed us how to bypass all that. Let me show you how. You go back to your dashboard. You go to Sent. It will be in your little activities box, recent activities. You will go to Sent. You click on that. It will pull up that transaction. You will have this little receipt right here that you see. It will be yellow 9 times out of 10. It will say 0 confirmations. Because it has to go through thousands of bounces off these computers, different going through, make sure that this is legitimate, You've seen the little network of computers and how mining works. Well, that's how they verify everything too. So you click on, once that comes up, you click on status right there where it says confirmations. You click on that. This is Coinbase, how you find the hashtag. I will show you in a minute how to do it in blockchain. So now, if there's an error on the screen and the screen is white, don't worry. Don't go into a frenzy. It's not the end of the world. Let me show you what you can do. You can go up to the top of the browser, right after the info / everything after that is your transaction hashtag ID. But if everything is working like it always does, and we know things don't always just stop working. Everything's a perfect world. But if it's working like it should look like this. And you could go here and copy everything. Make sure you copy everything. Or you can actually go to the TEX up here and copy that there. As long as you copy it, you're good. Make sure you have everything. Then you go back to Fund My Cause. you go to the bottom down here where it says transaction hash ID, and you paste it, and you hit submit, and you will get the green. Okay, you ready? Are you finished? Well, saying I just paid my admin fee, but that you haven't got to the main event. That's to pay your upgrade. So what do? It switches back to the next screen, and you wash, rinse, and repeat what I just did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the wash, rinse, and repeat, but I'm going to use blockchain as finding the hashtag ID as an example. Here we go. So now it's time for me to upgrade. Okay? And now it's telling me the link of the person that I need to pay. It's telling me the amount I need to pay. And I scroll to the bottom and it tells me the person I need to pay. So let me, it's not going to do it right now because I'm actually on the upgrades, the admin fee. So I have to pay this before it go to the next screen. But for example purposes, just imagine that this being the person I have to pay. But I'm going to use blockchain. Okay? I'm signing into blockchain. Blockchain. Everybody on this call, if you can, if you have Coinbase, get a blockchain. If you have blockchain, ultimately get a Coinbase. Because, hey, you need a way to get money in and out of and to buy Bitcoin. Unless you have brokers, unless you know Tom DeLuca, and he's willing. You can hear that him and Earl are tired of losing their investment by giving everybody their coin. So you're going to have to learn how to be self-efficient. That's go ahead and purchase your own coin. There's other places out there. There's Liberty X that will show you how to go to local places. Liberty X showed me that I could go to the Marathon gas station and pay give the clerk, my cash, and they'll give me a code, and I can go home and then upload that code to my wallet. Simple as that. There's ATMs that you can find that sell Bitcoin. There's local places that sell Bitcoin. You just have to be careful. It's just like eBay or Craigslist. You just have to buyer beware. Okay? But that being said, we're going to make this transaction using blockchain. So to find your receiver link for people to send you money in blockchain, you click here, and there it is. That is the address that you'll put in the back of your Fund My Cause, and that's the address that you can use for people to send you money. Now, on Coinbase, I know it changes randomly all the time for security reasons, but you can find it on Coinbase. And after I finish this, I'll go back and show you guys how to find your address on Coinbase. This is going to be a one-stop shop this morning. So, real quick, moving right along because I got some more stuff to show you guys before it gets too late. So, now I want to send. So, because I have different people's wallets set up here, I could direct which wallet I want to send to. You can do that with this, and you can do that with Coinbase. But some people like to have everything separate. So instead of having one wallet with everybody in there, because if something happens to that one wallet, everybody's stuff gets locked up. Everybody have their own individual account, which is great. But for me, I'd rather manage it here. I take my chances and my risk. But this is where you want to put the address. And let me show you where to find the address. You go to Fund My Cause. Here's the address. Make sure you use that to copy it. You go back to, let me get out of this. And you go back to blockchain and you paste it here, just like the same process. And then you put in the amount, even though you want to make sure you go over here and copy it. Use your buttons like you're supposed to. You go back to blockchain and you paste it there. Now, once you have that is complete, okay, it says I don't have enough to tell you, but anyway, once you have that complete, you'll go in here and you'll type in the note, whatever it is. Boom. Then you do the same process, send, confirm, and then send again. Confirm that it's the right transaction, what it is, and then you send it out. So now, how do you find the transaction ID, Sam, in blockchain? What you do is you go to transactions and you go to sent. Look at this very carefully. Here is a round circle arrow. You click that and it has a little box with a blue arrow sticking out. says transaction. You click that, and your transaction ID is at the top up here. Hashtag ID is right here. Now, the same thing applies. If you don't see it there, you can go up here to your URL browser, and everything after the TX is your transaction ID. And what do? You go back to Fund My Cause, go down here, and paste it and hit submit. Now I've showed you how to do that, how to get your address in blockchain, how to locate it, how to make the transaction and upgrade, pay your admin fee inside Fund My Cause, and let me show you how to locate your address in Coinbase. Pretty easy. You go to accounts, okay, and if you look up here in the primary, it says get Bitcoin address. You click on that, and there is your Bitcoin address. Just that simple. Now, is there other ways you can get to it? Yes, it is. If you know of other ways, then great. But that's just a simple, quick way that I've been told and taught, and how to get in the system and find those things. So that has been onboarding with your Fund My Cause and showing you how to operate the wallets. What I want to talk to you this morning is about fan pages, Facebook fan pages. I don't know about you, but since I've came into this opportunity, one thing, like Tom says, is it's just wash, rinse, and repeat. It doesn't matter what the opportunity is. The process is always the same. Once you learn the skills to pay the bills, the process is always the same. You join, you build fan pages, you build capture pages, you build a website, information, you get the videos, all those things. If it's in pre-launch, you do the same thing. You can start building your team. You don't wait for a company to launch before you've already built your team. By the time the company launches, we've already got 200, 300, 400 people ready, trained with capture pages, already with videos, and doing it. How you do that, Sam? Because that's what we teach people how to do, no matter what the opportunity is. When they open up the gates on day one, you're launching with you. When they open up the gates on day one, I'm launching with 100, 200 people. Who do you think is going to get out the gate and get to the top faster? Me. With the momentum and the energy that you're just starting. But all the time you're learning, by that time it's 2, 3, 4 months in, I already done busted a gut, made a couple thousand, and then went to the next thing. Or still helping my people make thousands. By the time you done figured it out, what's the difference between me and you? Nothing at all. It's just you're waiting around and I'm taking action. That's the same thing. And the people that I roll with, connect with, deal with, they are the same types of people. So why are you here? Why did you decide to do this program? That's first and foremost. In the Facebook group, I asked that question because I wanted to get it on wax. I wanted to see it and I wanted to hear it. So when you start falling away and there's a lot of Bitcoin things going on right now. There's a lot of copycat programs. Everybody has something going on with Bitcoin. What's the difference between them and what we have? That's what you need to know. And you need to be able to feel it. Because I tell people every day when my teachings, it's not about the companies. It's not about the comp plan. It's about your team and about the people that you work with on a day-to-day basis. If you guys don't believe in one another and you're not willing to support each other 100%, no matter how great it is, it's not going to work. Why do I know this? I've done tested it, I've done tried it, and I've done seen it too much in too many different deals. I've been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, got the hat to go with it. So I want to be a part of something that shows people how to change the game, how to change the 97% of failure to 97% success. And that comes with education, and it comes with working with the right people. And this is my mission every day that I get up, is to get on and talk to the masses and help somebody change the way they think, change the way they earn. So now, fan pages. How many of you have a Bitcoin fan page? If you don't, you should be working towards getting you one set up. So today I wanted to do a breakout of fan pages and going over fan pages. We started at 9 o'clock. It's been about an hour. I'm not gonna have time to get into it, you guys, to go through the fan pages and teaching you what you need to do with that. What I'm gonna do is, I say about 1:30, we're gonna come back, and for those people that want to learn about the building fan pages, um, your Facebook page, what it should look like, and all those things, and one-on-one, hand-in-hand combat work in Facebook for leads. If you want to come back at I'm gonna say 1:30. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a break. 1:30. Then we're gonna get on this same link at that different time, and I'm gonna show you guys that, and we're gonna go over that. So I'm gonna stop the recording. If you guys have any questions about what I covered, we're gonna open up the lines.
This session is no longer being recorded.